Good afternoon. Welcome. It's great to see everybody here. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us as we celebrate these amazing young people, our class of 2025. Woo! My name is Brent Nelson. I am the high school principal here in Mora, and I will be your MC this afternoon. And before we start, I want to tell you I was a little bit nervous last night. So I did a little Google searching. I was wondering, what does the audience think during commencement ceremony? So I went to my computer last night and I typed in, what does audience think when principal speaks at commencement? And I got 6 things, so I'll read them for you here. Number 1, I wonder what time this will be over at. Number 2, is it really this hot in here or is it just me? 3, I wonder if this guy will pronounce my kid's name correctly. Number 4, I don't remember seats being this hard. Number 5, I wonder if this guy used AI to write his speech. And then the last thing that hopefully you're not thinking is, how long will this guy ramble on for? All right, all kidding aside, I want to say a couple things. Our ceremony usually lasts about 1 hour. If you need a restroom, right out these doors a little bit to the left. You'll see restrooms back there. This is live streamed. If you have family or friends that wish they could be here, right now would be a good time to pull out your phone, text them, tell them to go to moraschools.org. There is a link there. I'm getting a nod from Mark over here. And they can watch this live. The floral arrangement that you see here in front of the podium, that represents the many loved ones that are no longer with us, whether it's family, friends, even your classmates. So just know that that's what that is there for. I do have 2 favors to ask before I introduce our first speaker. Number 1, when we're reading names, please hold your applause and your cheering because we're going to go kind of quickly, and if people are cheering, the next family won't hear their student's name. And then the second thing, at the end when we're walking out, please wait until the final graduate has left the gym before we start emptying the bleachers. At this time, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, giving the welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dan Voce.
Okay, I did not do a Google search. My welcome address will be about 2.5 minutes, so here it goes. I want to welcome all families, friends, staff, school board members, and most importantly, graduates. Welcome. It's an honor to welcome all of you to the Mora High School graduating class ceremony of 2025. Today we gather to celebrate a defining moment in the lives of these talented young people. Graduates, we are proud of you. You have worked hard to reach this point. You've grown, you've overcome obstacles, you've earned your seat here today. But no one gets to graduation alone. So let us take a moment to recognize and thank the families who have supported these students through their journey. And also let us thank the Mora staff, I see many there, out there, who've invested time, care, and skill to help each of these students succeed. And to our Mora community, thank you for believing in these students and supporting public education. To graduates, today is not about looking back, it's about looking forward. Graduation is not the finish line. It's a stepping stone into the next chapter of your life. Whether you're heading to college, the military, a trade, or the workforce, know this: you are ready. You have what it takes to succeed. You are capable, you are talented, and you are needed. Our world needs your ideas, your energy, your leadership, and your kindness. But wherever you go and whatever you do, never forget where you came from. You are and always will be a Mora Mustang. And that means something. It means strength, it means resilience, it means community. So carry that with pride, and congratulations, class of 2025. The future is yours to shape.
Thank you for that, Mr. Voce. Leading us in our Pledge of Allegiance and giving the senior welcome is Senior Amber Fix.
Okay, where's the paper? All right, so to begin our ceremony, please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Graduates, you may keep your caps on. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may all be seated. So first of all, I just wanted to say how incredibly honored and grateful I am to stand before you today. Being given the opportunity to speak is something very important to me, and I don't take lightly. It's a privilege to represent all of my classmates. When I think back on high school, I think about all the times walking the halls, hyping each other up when we're about to take a college chemistry test, or turn in a paper to Mr. Zoka. I also think about when I was in Spanish 3, and Senora Edberg would look at me and mumble some stuff, and I'd pretend to know what she was saying, and look to my friends for help. Lastly, something that was also a little bit difficult in high school was college calculus. Miss Rolf's a really good teacher, though. It's just hard. All these hard things, though, are not what I remember. I remember all the good times, like going to sporting events and hanging out with all my friends, eating lunch, and just having a good time. We've created memories that will last a lifetime, but most importantly, we've done it together. People often ask me how I feel about graduating, and I usually say that I'm excited for what's next. But when I really think about it, it's something a lot more complicated than that. Because even as we prepare to move forward, we're also leaving behind a chapter of our lives that have defined who we are. The truth is, you don't really leave it behind at all. This school, this community, and the people in it, they've become a part of us. Our teachers who have encouraged and challenged us, our classmates who inspired and supported us, the lessons we've learned both in and out of the classroom, these are things that you'll take with you. Graduation doesn't mean forgetting where we came from. It means honoring it. It means recognizing that our foundation is built here, in the classrooms and hallways of Mora High School. And now we take that foundation and we build something uniquely our own. So to my fellow graduates, as we turn the page and step into the next part of our lives, let's not just look ahead, but let's also look back with gratitude. Let's remember the people who helped us get here, the friends who stood by us, and the strength we found in ourselves when times got tough. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Amber. Next up, we have our first senior speech by Braden McKinnon.
Class of 2025. Hi. Standing here, I could tell you the usual stuff. You know, congrats, remember this, remember that. But someone out in the crowd told me I shouldn't do that. So here's a little bit of wisdom instead. It starts with an illustration. Let me describe to you a character. He's a blank slate and, at least in public, quiet, reserved, unsure of how to act around his peers because he's worried about what they'll think of him. He's the guy that sits in class and answers questions when the teacher asks them. He's a follower, unsure of his place in the world. Maybe a social skill issue. Jump forward a couple of years and things look less depressing, despite the arguably far worse circumstances of endgame high school. He's getting by with a successful enough high school career and some amazing friend. He's kind of sort of maybe figured his life out, and he's learned that it's okay to be silly, and it's okay to put yourself out there. He's taken risks and made choices that end in variable degrees of success, including the one that means he has to tell you all about it in this graduation speech. So, what changed? Now, I'm not telling you the story because I want to sound like a self-pretentious prick. I think we all know enough of those to meet our quota. Instead, I want to remind you of a lesson that I conveniently already learned for you. This is your answer key, and life is the test. That lesson is this: learn to live. At some point, it becomes apparent that we only get to live this life once, so live it well. Now, obviously, I haven't died yet, but I'm pretty sure there's no respawn option at the end of the line. So make sure that you fill your life with meaningful things while you're poised here with so much potential. As each of you goes along on your own individual path, remember that this is our chance to be us. This is our chance to be who we want to be. Be okay with that. Be okay to take a little risk, because not taking a chance means giving up before you've even begun, and that's kind of lame. Energize in success, but learn from failures. Be okay with being yourself and putting yourself out there, because it hardly matters what others think of you. I'd never have given this speech had I not learned that, but here I am, and if this is going terribly, then at least I'll never see most of you again. So go live. Finally, my fellow classmates, good luck. Make good choices, don't be a jerk, and keep trying. In the end, I'm sure you'll probably figure something out. Thank you.
Good job, Braden. Seniors, you can come up. At this time, we have a special musical piece by the MHS Wind Band, directed by Ms. Anna Patnod. Thank you for that amazing piece, MHS Wind Band. Next up on the program, we have a second senior speech by Megan Sperling.
Braden was a little quiet, so Yep. If you touch it to your chin, it's pretty.
Hello, faculty, family, and friends. Today we celebrate the graduating class of 2025. Before I begin, I would like to extend a personal thank you to a woman who has changed my life. She's taught me how to have resilience, courage, and strength. She's taught me to be kind, confident, and compassionate. She is the ultimate girl boss. My friends love her, and my teammates love her, but above all, I love her. Gina, thank you for setting a phenomenal example of who I want to be as I adventure into adulthood. You're my best friend, and on many days it seemed like my only friend. Okay, now that I'm done with the sappy part, let's move on. Today, I'm inclined to ask you all a question. Are you happy? I'm sure for many moms and dads at this moment, their answer is no. I mean, here they are, watching their baby grow up and go off into the world. I can only imagine this as a bittersweet moment. High school was filled with ups and downs for many of us. Many of the ups were snow days, homecoming week, watching the talent shows, doing well on a test you thought you would completely fail, Friday night football games, and of course, the quick trip runs my friends and I would make during halftime. All these things brought us happiness. While these ups were great, there were many downs that came with our high school years. Getting injured during your favorite sport, losing a friend, losing a teammate, losing a family member. Some people simply thought that every school day was a down day. Did high school make you happy? Growing up, I wanted to become a lawyer. I was sassy and had some attitude, so as any 12-year-old would, I thought arguing with people would be a great profession for me. Later, I decided I wanted to be a large animal veterinarian. Being able to help and ease their pain would make me feel like I did something purposeful with my life. But really, who was I kidding? You do not want to see me watching a sad video of a dog on TikTok. I'm a complete mess. After the vet idea, I kind of gave up on figuring out what I wanted to do. At the time, I was in no rush to figure it out because after all, graduation was forever away. However, throughout my life, I always knew that whatever profession I would end up in, it would be something I looked forward to doing every day, something that benefited others as much as myself. Is what you're doing making you happy? Graduates, as we leave this school today, remember, it's in the moments of vulnerability that you discover your true strengths. Try new things, find what makes you happy. Now's the time to make new friends and discover who you are outside of the high school cliques. Find the equivalent of Friday night football games or lunch with your best friends in the next chapter of your life. Families, choose to continue to support your child as they navigate this next step. If you take one thing away from this speech, let it be that graduation is not the end, but the start of all things left to do. Don't waste the rest of your life on places or people that don't make you happy. Thank you, faculty, family, and friends for your support, and most importantly, the reason we're all here. Thank you and congratulations to Mora High School's class of 2025.
Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Next up, we have another senior speech by Joshua Hegerness.
She was the perfect volume. Braden was a little quiet, so I made some noise.
Hello, faculty, parents, friends, guests, and hello, class of 2025. My name is Josh Hegerness, and if you don't know who I am, it's probably a good thing for you. To be honest with you, I don't really know why they asked me to give this speech. I feel like there are definitely much better options sitting out in front of me right now, but here I am, and here we are. So a couple weeks ago, as I was taking one of my little bathroom breaks during Mrs. Welf's class, I was strolling down the hallways and ended up walking past Miss Austin's room. Seeing her inside her class giving a lesson made me think all the way back to freshman year when I had her as my profesora in Spanish. That little freshman version of me that would roll into Miss Austin's room on the 3rd floor of the old high school would be so amazed and shocked to see that I'm up here giving this speech right now. And I think he would be more amazed to hear all the crazy stories I could tell him from my high school years. and I know I'm not alone in that boat. I know that we all have grown so much and changed our lives in so many different ways in the last 4 years. I mean, there have been so many crazy things that have happened, not only in our personal lives, but also the world as a whole. There was a war that went on between Russia and Ukraine, the Queen of England died, and we even had to get sent home for over a year because of some virus that started with a bat in China. And somehow, through all these events, we all managed to make it to this stage. It'd be very selfish of us to say that we did it by ourselves, though. We all found help somewhere. For me, it was my family, my friends, my teammates, my teachers, and my coaches. So what I'm asking all of you to do is to find the people that helped you get this far in life and thank them and give them a hug. I would actually like to take this opportunity I have to thank Jamie Wright, Kurt Grotchek, Pete Ballmer, Brennan Austin, Nick Axtell, and Chris Van Heisen for being my basketball coaches during my high school career and always motivating me to be the best version of myself in every situation. Now, I'd like to take a moment to talk about all the good events that we've had together. Homecoming had everyone in the school together playing fun games all day. Pep Fest brought us some great laughs, like when we got to see Chase Rademacher miss about 30 wide open layups in a basketball game. And the Florida trip for all the band and choir members made some lifelong memories for them. And don't forget that we got to experience the first 2 years in a brand new high school and be the second graduating class to come out of that school. All that fun and that list is just scratching the surface. There truly have been so many great things that have happened with this group of kids, and I personally am very glad that I got to grow up and experience them with all of you. And I wouldn't trade all the memories I made for anything else. Now, like I said, we've had a lot of fun here at Mora High School, but us graduating doesn't have to mean an end to that. I encourage all of you guys to do your best to stay in contact with your high school friends, because 30 years from now, when you're all sitting at a bonfire together with your kids playing in the yard, talking about some funny stories about Mr. Dalby or Miss Whitbread, it'll be some of the best laughs you'll have. Speaking about the future, I'm so excited to see what is in store for all of us in these next coming years. We've all been preparing our whole lives for this moment, and now we have to step out into a completely new world after high school. Whether it be going off to college, joining the services, or going straight into work, all of our lives are going to be changing in big ways, but we're all ready for this. All it's going to take is a little bit of hard work, a few friends, and an open mind, and we're going to be on our way to accomplishing big things. The last thing that I ask of you all is that you remember this place, remember this moment, and remember all of the people that you spent these pivotal years of your life with. Because soon it'll all just be stories that we tell our kids, photos that we hang on the wall, or things you see when you're bored and scrolling through your Snapchat memories. And with that, I just want to say one last thank you to all of my people that have helped me make these memories that will stick with me for a lifetime. And also to the class of 2025, everyone else in this building that showed up for them, thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Next up, recognizing our foreign exchange students, Gabrielle Wright.
Is that going to you guys?
During the 2024-25 school year, we were fortunate to have 2 foreign exchange students as peers, teammates, and friends. Christina Plagenburg-Scholzel from Germany and Yuan Laney from Switzerland. If you would please come up. If anyone in the crowd has spoken with either of them, I'm sure you're aware that they're 2 of the sweetest people Mora has ever seen. Christina and Ewan, I'm sure it was terrifying to leave everything you know for 10 months, but I hope you look back on your memories and connections with happiness. Thank you for coming and sharing your cultures, experiences, and personalities with us, though I apologize for the amount of times you probably said what country you're from, the languages you speak, all that stuff. Driving past your host family's houses will always make me think of you both. I'll miss hearing you break into German at random intervals and wondering what on earth you could be talking about, and I'm sure our sports teams will miss you a lot too. I think track will the most, but I might be biased. Becoming close with you truly made me realize how much one can come to care for another within a short time, and there's never enough time to get to know someone as much as you may want to. Please remember that there will always be a place for you here in Mora, and that, if nowhere else, at my parents' house. Thank you again for coming, and we hope to see you again.
I just wanted to take this quick opportunity to say thank you to all the teachers, students, coaches, and athletes for welcoming me into your community. You really made this a great time and experience for me here. Thank you so much, Mora High School.
I just want to say thank you to all the people that are here. I had so much fun during my exchange year. Thank you to all of the teachers that made my school year easy, and the coaches for making practice and sport life so awesome and fun. To all the classmates and friends, I'm going to miss you, and I'm so glad I met you guys. To my host family, Reeves, I'm so thankful that you guys accepted me like a part of your family. And a special thank you to Gabby's family and her for being so nice and supportive to me. I'm going to miss you guys. Thank you, Mora.
Good job. We'll miss you.
Thank you.
Guys can sit down. Great job.
Thank you, Gabby, and student council, and foreign exchange students. Thanks for sharing this year with us. We gained even more than you gained, so appreciate you. All right, at this time, I'd like to recognize a few different groups. First off, a bunch of them are sitting in the first two rows right behind our class of 2025. I know there's some scattered all over here. They are Mora Public Schools employees. This is a group that has dedicated their lives to helping young people, and they are so happy for you, class of 2025. If you work in any capacity for Mora Public Schools, would you please stand at this time? You will not find a stronger, more passionate, more dedicated group of staff. Next, if you want to follow along on page 4, I'm going to start up at the top. These are our honor students. So the first group I want to recognize, students who have maintained a 3.5 to 3.84 grade point average throughout their entire high school career. They are wearing a bronze honor pin, and they're graduating cum laude. Would you please stand at this time? All right, next over to the left there is magna cum laude. These students have maintained a 3.85 to 3.99 grade point average. They're wearing a silver honor pin today. They're graduating magna cum laude. Would you please stand? Last group up at the top there are only 4 of them, and they have maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout their entire high school career. They're wearing a gold honor pin today, and they're graduating summa cum laude. Please stand. All right, if you go down the page a little bit farther, Honor Society members, this is a group of students who have dedicated a lot of time and energy into serving others. So if you're on the Honor Society, would you please stand at this time? All right, at the bottom of that page, we have 7 very special people. They have chosen to keep all of us safe. They have dedicated their lives to our great nation. They are the 2025 military recruits. Please stand. Flipping over to page 7, 8, and 9, I challenged Mr. Baki to do a little math for me today. And the first group I want to recognize is you, the community of Mora. It's great to live in a small town. It's great to have the community support. You've invested a lot of money into our young people and into their futures. Mr. Baki, when he added up the scholarship dollars that we're giving to this group, it was just shy of $250,000. So thank you, community. And then, students, if you're one of those receiving any of those scholarship dollars, would you please stand at this time? All right, the moment you've been waiting for. Mora School Board, please come on up. I mentioned this earlier, I'm going to ask again, just a reminder, please don't cheer and hold your applause till the end of each row so that families can hear their student's name. Row 1, please stand. Eliana Viola Anderson. Caitlin Marie Kopendreyer. Carson Vincent McAdams. Spencer Michael Odenkranz. Maverick Joseph Sutherland. Isaiah Brennan Johnson. Chase Joseph Rademacher. Gage Andrew Goebel. Noah John Oberfeld. Carter Christopher Gamal. Joshua Robert Hegerness. Charlie James Kritzik. Ella Rose Hamlin. Lucia Emerson Rosso. Janae Carey Such. Megan Leanne Sperling. Row 2, please stand. Carlene Marie Morgan. Alexander David Williams. Jordan Ray Ringler. Grace Catherine Johnson. Megan Laney Ajax. William Ives Budke. Barrett Paul Strung. Darren Dale Vogie. Archer Marin Schrader. Troy Dale Bankers. Ivan Thomas Rivard, Isabel Pearl Keir, Tegan Ashley O'Sleen, Grace Marie Peters, Brinley Andrea Flugie, Alyssa Scott Nelson,
We having fun yet? Did you tell her? Right now? Oh, did you? Yeah, he's like half. He's about halfway.
Row 3, please stand. Destiny Amaryllis Dahlman, Jessica Renee Dingman, Isaiah Stephen Ekholm, Hunter Jesse James, Charles Ethan Peterson, Milo James Tennell, Isaac Lauren Holland,
Legend Steger Nelson, James Earl Mary,
Iris Kritzek Eaton, Isabella K. Andre, Kenzie Nicole Hover, Braden Lee Ekman, Lily Nicole Myers, Benjamin William Dean Barnes, Daniel Lee Pancake, Row 4, please stand.
Ready?
Aubrey Claire Athey,
Congratulations.
Amber Lee Fix, Gabrielle Elizabeth Wright,
Congratulations.
Ellie Claire Whitbread,
Congratulations.
Rhiannon Paige Ashworth,
Congratulations.
Hallie Joe Lucking,
Congratulations.
Cooper James Shadeen,
Congratulations.
Cody Joe Rodenberg,
Congratulations.
Ellie Denise Ness,
Congratulations.
Owen Joseph Lind,
Congratulations.
Kennedy Jeray Risto,
Congratulations.
Briley Ann Johnson,
Congratulations.
Jade Nevaeh Coons,
Congratulations.
Michaela Josephine Rohde, Allison Elena Briggle,
Congratulations.
Caitlin Elizabeth Hawley,
Congratulations.
Row 5, please stand. Eli James Rudlung. Samuel Christopher Olson. Violet Morgan Peterson. Kennedy Grace Wagner. Piper Jersey Rademacher. Aspen Lynn Anderson. Samuel Joseph Ives Sicking. Hunter Robert Taylor. Kenji Yang. Curtis James Bernard Maggie. Cole Stephen Schwartzbauer. Gage Thomas Brady. Sebastian Lee Rademacher. Christopher Daniel Otto. Gavin Lee Stromberg. Connor Douglas Kale.
Think how hot we'd be in the old gym. Oh my gosh, we were talking about that before. Like you can actually feel a little bit of something, right? Oh, remember 2021? Oh. Yeah, that was bad.
Row 6, please stand. Case Arturo Nicodeme. Brenna Shan Kroon. Kyrie Rose Fox. Jaigia Angelina Chang. Dakota James Clares. Wayne David Disbro. McKenna Ann Heisted. Kaylee Ann Soderland. Brianna Lynn Johnson. Brooklyn Emma Peterson. Ray Lucius Suggs. Veda Rose Kitchenmaster. Gracie May Johnson. Sidley Ray Carson. Gabriel Zachary Freestead. Braden Matthew Brombach.
Two left. 2 rows.
Row 7, please stand. Samantha Rose Reed. Riley Marie Morphew. Michaela Marie Rush. Samantha Marie Reller. Alexis May Shoa Yang. Lauren Marie Newquist. Jada Renee Pickens. Sadie Ann Nelson. Tirza Jodell Schultz. Braden Dean McKinnon. Egan Lynn Martin. Isaac Gregory Skiba. Brennan Michael Rankins. Olaf Allen Baki. Liam Francis Connolly. Malcolm Chamberlain Zarnowski. Row 8, please stand. Caillou Vang. Amberly Alicia Norvell. Roy August Langenbow. Kenneth John Church III. Troy Luz Bass. Tucker John Goody Ringler. Brooke Lisa Cook. Keegan Dakota Lee Jedlicka. Royal Carl Olson Johnson. Caden Daniels Elliott. Charles Philip True. 2025, please stand up. Mora School Board, I certify that these students sitting before us today have met all graduation requirements set forth by Mora Public Schools and by the state of Minnesota. Students, please move your tassel from right to left. All right. Before I introduce our final speaker of today, I just want to say a couple quick thank yous. Mark Johnson over here and ECMAC, they made the sound and the live streaming available today, so thank you for that. The professional photos that you saw taking place, if you look at the back of the program, you all will have access to those, I believe, for 30 days. So I want to thank Reposed Light for all that they've done. The slideshow, while you were waiting for this to start, that was our junior student council members. Thank you for that. The ushers and guidons today, that was Honor Society and Student Council. Thank you. The beautiful arrangement in front of me, the carnations that were delivered, that's our Mora High School FFA program. Senior class advisor, Ms. Sarah Elstrom, she's in the back. She planned this event today. Parents, I want to thank all of you because you trusted us with your kids. For 13 years, we got to be a part of the village to raise them. And we're really proud of the product that we're sending out into the real world. So thank you, parents. And then the last thank you I want to say is to all of you. The school culture we have is amazing right now. Our younger students watch everything you do. You're the role models, you're the mentors, they look up to you, they want to be like you. Our school district success is a big part of that is the senior class. And when I say world's greatest high school, I mean that. And a big part of it is what you do every day in the halls and in class and looking out for younger students. So thank you. And one last reminder, please stay seated until the final graduate leaves the gym. Our last speaker, giving the senior farewell, Caitlin Hawley.
Nice and loud. If you hold it on your chin, it'll be each louder.
Hello guys, I am Caitlin Hawley, and I would like to share a little quote from Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne before getting into my farewell speech. When you see someone putting on his big boots, you can be pretty sure that an adventure is going to happen. However, in our case, it's these massive blue dress things and a very awkwardly shaped itchy cap. Anyways, I know we all had different opinions on how high school went, but hopefully we can look back at it with the same sentimentality and recognize the growth and changes that happened along the way. I know I've come a long way, from Tinkerbell almost killing me, to hitting and kicking teachers in pre-K, to being voted teacher's pet in the yearbook and surviving the dreaded kissing disease and a pandemic. Well, we've all come a long way and made many friends and enemies, and those gray area people who are technically called acquaintances, but we must all grow up sometime and say goodbye to people and things of the past. I hope you all have your luck dragons, because if the never-ending story taught me anything, having a luck dragon with you is the only way to go on a quest. On our journeys, we will face hardship, challenges, and at the same time, we will be able to experience the joys and achievements of life. So, go out there and find your place in this wide world that happens to be quite small at sometimes. Some of us already know what we want to be, like me. I've wanted to be a pediatric anesthesiologist since I was in 5th grade, but others have no idea, and it's okay not to know. Life has a way of turning all of our plans into dust. Will any of our plans make it to the reality of tomorrow? Well, how about this? Who the hell knows? That last bit was from Twilight, if you didn't catch that. So, before I say goodbye, I want to thank all of the teachers, staff, administration, friends, and family, and also the people that we love, and our parents and guardians. Without them, I know I wouldn't have made it through or gotten straight A's. I also want to take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us, including Lindsay Klink, who is wearing a cap up in heaven with us right now. Okay, I hope that on all of our separate journeys and adventures, the odds are ever in our favor. But now, it is the time we have all been waiting for our own lives to begin. Because I know I've been singing that Disney Tangled song my entire high school career, literally. So in true Princess Bride fashion, as you wish.